Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, February 24th through Sunday, March 1st, 2020. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Angel Tarot deck by Jane Wallace for the main message for everyone. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the magical messages from the fairies. So just a reminder that this week's weekly reading takes us to the new month of March. So be sure to get onto my YouTube channel under Colleen Lemma and watch the monthly March angel card reading. We'll do an overview of the energy numerologically and astrologically of the month, as well as give messages from our angels and guides. So if you're watching this weekly video near the beginning of the week and the monthly is not quite up yet, then just be patient and keep checking back. And please subscribe to the channel, and then you'll actually get notifications as to when that reading and all of the monthly readings, as well as all of the weekly readings, are coming out. So let's start by taking a look at your stones of choice for this week. The first stone of choice is this beautiful green infinite stone. I've always loved this particular stone, and this one I got really fortunate in finding. It's a beautiful, nurturing feeling. It's got this very gentle kind of soothing energy to it. Now, the properties of infinite, it's actually called the healer's stone. And again, that wonderful, beautiful green color relates to the heart chakra. So the healer's stone, this helps to bring healing to the etheric body as far as one of its properties. It provides a protective shield from negative energies. And it helps to raise your vibrational energy overall, and actually helps too with feelings of fatigue. So let's take a look at the second stone of choice here, and this is beautiful labradorite. Now, the labradorite is a dark gray stone, and I'll turn it over here. On this side, it's not polished, but still just quite as brilliant depending on how the light hits it. This side has a polished side. Now, the labradorite, usually you can see the either blue or green iridescent light that shines through it. And this one might be a little bit difficult because of the way that it's hit by the lighting, but this one has a beautiful blue kind of iridescent light in there when it shines. And I really like both, but I like the ones that shine with that blue more so. Now, this is a stone of transformation. It's known as the stone of transformation, and it helps with change. If you have changes in your life, it helps with things that are changing around you. It helps to give a person strength and perseverance. And it acts as a stone that helps to raise one's consciousness while at the same time helping you to ground the spiritual energy. So it has that higher vibrational energy that connects you with the heavens, with the stars, but at the same time, that darker colored of the stone helps to kind of ground you and ground the energies that are coming in from up above as well. And then your last stone of choice is this beautiful chrysocolla. And the chrysocolla is a stone that's turquoise in color. You can see this one has some remnants of green here in it, as well as some brown inclusions. Now, I think last week, or maybe it's been a couple of weeks, I seem to have a memory that I used a chrysocolla malachite combination. I think that was a raw stone. This one is a polished stone, and this one actually might have malachite in it too, but I'm focusing on the chrysocolla part here with the description. The chrysocolla helps to bring calm energy. It cleanses, it actually calms and cleanses and re-energizes all of your chakras. It helps to heal a sense of heartache and feelings of guilt in one's life. It helps to improve communication and helps to open one's psychic vision. So when I think of that turquoise blue color here, this to me is the clairvoyance, the clairaudience, the channeling abilities kind of relating to the third eye, the ears, and the throat chakras. And of course the green color in here, which the chrysocolla sometimes has in it, relates to that heart chakra a little bit, and that's why they talk about that healing of heartache and heavy feelings, including guilt. So again, your stones of choice for the week are the infinite, the labradorite, or the chrysocolla. Okay, so let's talk about, the astrological highlights of the week. Now, there wasn't a lot of major aspects going on astrologically speaking, but there was a lot of sextiles. Now, a sextile in astrology is a 60-degree connection between two planets, and it's considered a minor aspect in astrology, usually. But because we had 3 of those sextiles happening this week, I decided to talk about those as well, since there wasn't a lot of major aspects going on. So starting on Monday the 24th, we have the Sun, which is now in Pisces. Of course, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It's a sign of completion. It's a sign that rules the spiritual realm. It rules, to me, magic as well as surrender, imagination. It also, though, can rule illusion and confusion, not being grounded or focused. But the Sun in Pisces on Monday will be in a sextile aspect to Mars in Capricorn. Mars is the warrior planet. Mars rules energy and action and forward movement. It's in the goal-oriented and ambitious sign of Capricorn. Capricorn rules our life path, destiny path, career path, who we are out in the world, what it is we want to be recognized for out in the world. And a sextile aspect is an aspect of opportunity. And that's why it's considered a minor aspect, because when we're dealing with some of the major aspects like a conjunction, an opposition, a square, a trine, those energies of the major aspects are bringing about some sort of change or redirection or acknowledgement of some sort of energies, etc. The sextile being an aspect of opportunity means that we have to recognize the opportunity and then take action in order to utilize the energy. So with the Sun in Pisces, that spiritual, flowing, imaginative, spiritual sign, and it's in a sextile to Mars, planet of energy and action and goal-oriented and ambitious Capricorn, we need to keep our eyes wide open for any opportunities that might present themselves in accordance to those 2 planets, to what those 2 planets are all about. And if we see an opportunity, hear about an opportunity, feel an opportunity, are made aware of an opportunity, then we have to take some sort of action to make something happen. And what better time than with Mars in the mix here, the planet of action, to actually take an action. So if something comes up in the beginning of the week, or even later last week, if you're watching this a day or 2 early, we might be feeling this on Sunday, but usually with the sextile aspects, we're pretty spot on with the timing. So more so Monday, it's the beginning of the work week. For those of you on the other side of the world, in Australia, New Zealand, some of the European countries, you're going to feel this later in the day on Monday, still probably during the working day, but still in all, pay attention to any opportunities. Now, they might be some sort of spiritual opportunities because the Sun is in Pisces, an opportunity with something creative, artistic, musical, imaginative, because again, it's in Pisces. But it's going to help us further our plans or further our goals in some way with Mars and Capricorn. So take advantage of that if anything kind of comes up. Now on Tuesday, the 25th, the Sun is connecting with Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Okay, so Mercury is the planet that rules the mind, the mental realm, thoughts, ideas, communications. It is currently in retrograde motion, but still in Pisces. It will, for a few days in March, it will dip back into Aquarius, but for now it's still in the sign of Pisces, connects with the Sun in Pisces. So this is going to highlight some sort of spiritual communication or message that might help us to revise our path in some way. Because of course Mercury retrograde is about reviewing, revising, restructuring, all of those, re words, RE words that cause us to kind of slow down our minds a little bit and rework the ideas that we have, or listen to the messages that are coming in that might help us to change or redirect our path in some way. And again, because they're both in the sign of Pisces, the message may be a little confusing or elusive, so we really have to tune in through meditation and other spiritual exercises to maintain a sense of clarity. Use your intuition. Pisces is great for our psychic vision, intuition. So really listen to with your higher soul self. And if you're confused about any messages or communications that might be coming in, ask your guides and angels to bring clarity to it for you. Bring clarity to a decision that you might have to make, or something that you might have to present and communicate, or again, communications that you're receiving from other people. There might need to be a time of just kind of slowing down a little bit and gaining some further clarity, or researching some further information, which research is another word for Mercury retrograde, during this time. But the sun is highlighting something, and again, something spiritual, something maybe not quite as tangible yet. Maybe it's something in the works, but it's not quite manifested yet. But it can be something creative and artistic and imaginative. And to me, the sun connecting with Mercury retrograde in Pisces is great for visualization. So meditation, visualization, sending out your intentions, seeing in your mind's eye what it is that you desire to create. That's what this is going to be perfect for. And then later on Tuesday and or Wednesday the 26th, depending on what part of the world you're in, Mercury retrograde will sextile Mars. So first we had the sun sextiling Mars on Monday. Now Tuesday, Wednesday, Mercury is sextiling Mars. So again, it's giving us some sort of opportunity. Pay attention to the communications and messages or information that's coming in, because Mercury is now here in the mix. And then on Friday the 28th, we have Venus in a challenging square aspect to Pluto. Now, Venus rules love and romance and relationships, and she also rules finances, money, and personal resources. And with that challenging square to Pluto, and Pluto rules change, transformation, regeneration, death, and rebirth, it deals with the subconscious. I really feel like this is an energy or a situation that comes up that really pushes women's empowerment. Okay, so on a collective level, even on a personal level, I feel like the divine feminine is in a position to take her power back. And I say it that way because it's a challenging square. So this might bring up a situation to where we're disempowered, or someone is trying to overpower us or disempower us. Again, whether it's a personal or on a collective level. And we have to really rise up and stand in our truth and stand in our power, or take our power back with this square to Pluto. Now there's transformation taking place as far as the divine feminine energies. She is, in a place right now to where she's very strong. So I feel like, and very independent. So I feel like, she's in Aries. So Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, very bold, very powerful, very independent. And again, I don't feel like we're going to have any problems with just really rising into our sense of strength and power within and taking back our power, but maybe from a situation or circumstance where someone or something is trying to disempower us. Also on Friday the 28th, Mercury is in another sextile. This time he's sextiling Uranus as he's traveling in retrograde motion. Uranus is in Taurus right now. Uranus is the great awakener. Uranus brings sudden and unexpected changes or energies or redirections, and sometimes surprises. So again, with Mercury ruling messages and communications, look for some sort of surprising information or communication coming in with the sextile to Uranus on the same day that Venus is challenging Pluto. Now again, this is an opportunity maybe to speak our truth, an opportunity to channel some higher wisdom or higher information, a message that comes in to redirect us on our path in some way. Again, for those that are writers, bloggers, anybody that's speaking, teaching, writing, with all of this Mercury influence going on, this can be a really productive time period for you to revise something, rework something, or create something through words, through either the spoken word or the written word. This can be a highly, again, imaginative, creative, productive time. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the cards for the week and see what the message is from our angels and guides. So as we turn over the first card, okay, we have the Seven of Cups. The word at the bottom, or the descriptive word at the bottom, says choices. Now, the number 7 numerologically is usually about withdrawing our energies, going within, going into kind of a meditation, contemplation mode, using our powers of discernment. Sometimes the number 7 feels like it's a little bit of a loner, or is doing things alone, or wants to be alone. Sometimes the number 7 can bring mental and emotional confusion, and sometimes a lack of faith and trust with what's going on around us, but it's actually asking us to have faith and trust. Okay, so the number 7 is asking us to have faith and trust, and this is the cup suit. This is our emotions, our feelings. So there might be something happening to where we're uncertain. We're confused emotionally, we're uncertain about something that we're emotionally connected to, we're not sure, we're withdrawing our energies, we're needing to contemplate and think about things a little bit. This goes along with the Sun connecting with Mercury retrograde, and Mercury retrograde connecting to Mars and Uranus this week. So again, there's choices to be made, which is why there can be confusion. We can go down this path or that path. We can make this decision or that decision. Information is coming in perhaps from more than one direction, which is causing this state of confusion and having many choices. Now, remember, Mercury retrograde is not the best time to solidify plans or to make a definite choice. If we have to make a choice, then we have to. It's okay. Your angels and guides will guide you to what is appropriate. Sometimes we make a decision during Mercury retrograde, and by the end of Mercury retrograde, and when it turns direct, we need to backtrack a little bit and revise our decision and go in a different direction. If you can do that, then great. Don't get too anxious if you can't do that and you have to make a decision. Again, just tune in, like the 7 says. Go within, withdraw your energies, go into meditation, contemplation, and ask your guides and angels to clarify all these potential choices that you might have and give you the information or the answer that's going to best suit you at this time. Now, if you can wait a little bit because it's Mercury retrograde, then I would say wait a little bit before making a decision. Wait until Mercury goes back into direct motion, which is around mid-March, and that's when things might become clear too. Situations, circumstances may become more clear at that time so that you can make a good decision based on whatever is going on in your life. Whatever it is, it's something that we feel emotional about because this is the cup suit. Our feelings are involved. It could be about a relationship of some sort. But even if it is about work or a project or something else, it's something that we feel emotionally connected to because of the cups suit here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next card. This might provide us with further information as we move along in the week to that 7 of Cups. Okay, we have another Cups card, and interestingly enough, this is the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups is a beautiful card. It's the wish card in astrology. So here we're still in the emotional realm of feelings. With all the Pisces energy going on, with the Sun and Mercury being in Pisces, it's a very spiritual sign. And so, this can bring in that creative, flowing, romantic, or romanticizing certain energies. But again, we're very kind of spiritually and emotionally connected here to something. Now, the message at the bottom, the word at the bottom says blessings. And like I said, the 9 of Cups in the traditional tarot is known as the wish card, where all of your hopes and dreams and wishes can come true. This is like visualizing what it is that you desire to create and giving the message from your angels and guides or from spirit or God or universe that is going to happen for you. Now, it's interesting that we have the Seven of Cups first, to where there's choices, but I feel like this is giving us an indication that whatever choice we make is going to eventually lead us to what it is that we wish for, what it is that we desire, what it is that we hope for. And, whether or not it's that particular choice, or whether or not it teaches us something and we need to backtrack and make another choice, or however that first card plays itself out, know that whatever it is that you're dreaming for, whether it involves relationship or money or finances or work or career or something to do with home and family, this is saying that you're working towards that. You're working towards having those blessings come into your life. Now again, whether or not it's this week, I don't know. And especially because Mercury is retrograde, I would say it might be a little ways down the road, because we're in that Pisces sign of completion. We're completing some old energies, tying up loose ends, again, completing a spiritual cycle. We're needing to surrender and go with the flow. With that surrender, go with the flow, Piscean energy, that's the best way to create and manifest these blessings, is just by visualizing them, seeing them, trusting that, having faith, knowing that you're being provided for, knowing that your angels and guides are leading you towards this abundance and prosperity and blessings and your dreams coming true. All of that potential is there. And the number 9 is a number of completion as well. It's the last of the single digits. So again, we're moving through some sort of completion phase, especially on an emotional level with the 7 and then the 9 of Cups here. Now let's take a look at the last card here for the week. The last card, Major Arcana 2, the High Priestess, Angel of Power. Well, isn't that interesting? Because we were talking about Venus challenging Pluto on Friday and empowerment energies. And this is the divine feminine. The High Priestess is that divine feminine energy who is in a position of like magical power here. The Angel of Power comes in and says, own your power, be your powerful self. The High Priestess is also about our intuitive and psychic capabilities, our ability to, I want to say, see or have an intention of what it is that we desire for the future, and through our sight, through our projecting that vision with our third eye. I think of the High Priestess and I think of, ancient Egyptian all of a sudden, that High Priestess energy, which is not just in ancient Egypt, but even with the ancient Druids and the Celtic and, a lot of the ancient societies had priestesses and or shamans that were seers or healers. And that's what I think of when I think of the High Priestess here in this position, is that she's in a position of power here. And she has the capability to use her psychic sight and her manifestation abilities, her healing abilities to create what it is that she wants to create. But that's from owning her power, to be in her power and own her power and use that power wisely is what the High Priestess here is asking us to do this week. Okay, so let's take a look at your special message card depending on your stone of choice. Okay, so let's give the fairies, the magical messages from the fairies, a little bit of a shuffle here. And the first card is, first card is for infinite people. And okay, I need to shuffle just another couple times here. Just be silent here for a minute. Okay, this one's calling my attention actually right here. For the infinite people, admit your true feelings to yourself. Okay, and we have, the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Cups this week, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions going on. And with the Pisces energy being a little confusing, we might be trying to talk ourselves into or out of something here. So this is a message to really, get alone by yourself, just really go into your, connect with your higher soul self and connect with what your true feelings are, because I have a feeling that you might be a little confused, maybe within a situation or circumstance, and maybe you're vacillating, which Pisces is known to do. So we have to really be clear on what do we really feel about this situation or circumstance. And again, admit your true feelings to yourself. It says, be honest with yourself. Only you know what it is that you truly desire. So you might have external situations or circumstances, people in your life that are trying to sway you one way or the other. Maybe the swaying is coming from your own internal belief systems that are in a process of healing right now. Maybe in the past you would have been, let's say, attracted to one particular decision or choice, but who you are now may not be who you were in the past. And so it's time to really own who you are now and ask for clarity with what's in your best interests now. Because who you were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago is not the same as who you are now. And so again, and if there's outside family members or friends or people that are, giving you advice, and maybe they mean good, maybe they have your best interests at heart, but maybe they just, don't know all of the details of the situation, or, they don't know what's in your soul's highest and best interest. Sometimes they want to protect you, and so they might try to sway you one way or another in a particular situation or circumstance because they want you to feel safe, and they want you to be loved, and they want you to be successful, or whatever that might be. But only you know what you really want. Only you know what you truly desire. So you have to really be clear and understand by admitting again what your true feelings about a situation, a circumstance, a project, a career, a relationship, an idea. What are you really feeling about that? Okay? All right, so let's take a look at the special message for those that chose the Labradorite. This one's sticking up for Labradorite people. Children, okay. It says, your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. Okay, so whenever I get this card, either for a reading for myself or for other people, and they don't have children or they don't work with children, sometimes it can get a little confusing. So just know that first and foremost, I guess, this could literally, mean that there's something about children in your life. Could be your children, could be your grandchildren, could be a significant other's or a friend's child or children that somehow plays an important part to what's going on in your life right now. This could also be that you're working with children or thinking about switching your career, either dramatically or slightly, to work with children. But realize that sometimes too, when I get this message, our angels and guides are talking about the children of humanity, and they're talking about the indigo children and the crystal children, the rainbow children, but a lot of these children are already of adult age. So if you're confused by the message, realize that a lot of the indigos are adults, and you may be helping those indigo children who are now adults, or the crystal children that are now adults or teenagers, or whatever have you. Know that this is also about the children of humanity. We are all children of humanity. And so with your connection to children, or the children of humanity, or the indigo or crystal children, or real and literal children, somehow this is a part of your life's purpose. Helping them, guiding them, awakening them, nurturing them, assisting them in some way to be the best they can be. And maybe it's as simple as when you see a child or you see children that you are helping to nurture their sense of self-identity, and you're helping to nurture their confidence or their independence in some way, even if it's for a brief moment, that somehow, at least, right now in this present moment, you're here to help those that are considered the children. And I love this indication with the butterfly wings. The butterfly is about new beginnings and new birth. In fact, as I say that, they're saying that some of you may find out about a new pregnancy, or there may be somebody that is pregnant and going to be giving birth, and that somehow that's also a significant situation or circumstance that's in your life. And maybe you'll be part of that child's life or upbringing, or assist them in some way. Maybe by assisting their parents, you're assisting the child. Maybe you're a counselor or a therapist or a life coach, or someone of that nature, and you're helping the parents of the children that are about to be born in some way, shape, or form. But the butterflies and the new birth and the joy and the creativity and just being in a state of childlikeness. And, they're also saying that this can be about our inner child too. So this might be you kind of rebirthing your inner child as well. All right, and for those of you that chose the Chrysocolla, okay, Chrysocolla people, this one's calling my attention, Chrysocolla. Dietary change, and this says improve your diet and your life will also improve. Okay, so again, we're in the sign of Pisces, the sign of completion, the sign of healing. There's a lot of healing that goes on. There's a lot of transmuting lower vibrational energies that goes on. We're, in this state of surrender and go with the flow in the Pisces season. So Pisces being a water sign, a psychic sign, a sign of the intuitive, of the spiritual realm, of all things intangible and unseen. When we have a lot of Pisces energy going on, or if you're a person that has a lot of Pisces energy in your astrological chart, you know that you're very sensitive to the energies around you, whether it be the energies of other people, the energies of things that have chemicals in them, the energy of food, the energy of emotions, etc. In this particular case, they're talking about the energy vibration of food. It says at the bottom, improve your diet and your life will also improve. I think I said that already. So, this, talk about Mercury retrograde. This is saying that food has a vibration. Beverages has a vibration. If you were to drink purified spring water as opposed to, let's say, alcohol, the purified spring water has a much higher vibration, and it's going to aid your body in the transitions and the higher vibrational energies that are streaming forth onto the planet right now. If you're eating an organic apple as opposed to eating a hamburger from McDonald's, again, there's a difference in the vibration of the food. So the higher the vibration of the food, the better it is to support your health, your well-being, your energy flow, your ability to assimilate and channel those higher vibrational energies. The better it is to assist you to connect with your healing abilities, your psychic abilities. The better it is for you to connect to your higher soul self. And, it doesn't mean that you have to all the time, 24/7, every single day, never have a piece of chocolate or never have a hamburger or whatever it is that you might want to eat. But this is saying that your body may be becoming more sensitive to something right now that maybe at least for the time you need to cut out. And maybe you know what that is and maybe you don't. But if you're feeling more tired or you're feeling more fatigued or you're feeling more emotional, this might be indicating to pay attention to what you are ingesting into your body. So again, whether this be what you're drinking, as far as drinking water versus other types of liquids, or this could be about smoking, like smoking cigarettes or other things that maybe lower your vibration. But first and foremost, I would say this is about eating cleaner, more organic if you can, and higher vibrational foods, because that's going to aid you during this Pisces season and this last sign of the zodiac, sign of completion and healing that's taking place right now. We're in a time, and we always are in a time of evolving our energies, but sometimes there's periods of time where we become more sensitive. The astrological energies that are happening, or the solar flares from the sun that are causing different energies happening within our bodies, our minds, and our souls. Sometimes there's time periods, and it seems like this is one of those time periods where we need to really pay attention to being around higher vibrational people, eating better food, taking care of our body through exercise. So just pay attention to all of those things. This shows a couple of fairies. It looks like they're having tea, actually. And that can be one of the dietary changes as well. Taking in more herbal supplements, perhaps. which there's so many wonderful herbal supplements that can help with inflammation or help with digestion or help with opening the pineal gland even. And so perhaps doing some research on that. But, you know, even just drinking herbal teas, supportive herbal teas, if you're needing to rest and relax, reduce any anxiety, you know, there's things like chamomile or valerian. If there's, you know, and again, I'm not prescribing, I'm just mentioning different herbs that are out there that are possibilities. But there's all kinds of both food supplements, meaning not just supplements we take like vitamin B, vitamin A, but also different types of foods that support different types of things, as well as herbs as well. So this seems to be something that you want to pay attention to in this week and perhaps for the rest of the Pisces season. So I hope you've all enjoyed this weekly angel card reading. Just a reminder that, again, the monthly angel card reading is either going to be up at the same time or up shortly on my YouTube channel. Also pay attention to the new video podcasts that are being done by myself and psychic medium Kathy Munson on our YouTube channel called Empowered Voices, or on our Facebook page, Empowered Voices. We'd love to have you take a look and give us some feedback on our 1st and 2nd January and February's video podcast. We're going to be working on the one for March here very soon. I send you all lots of love and light, and I send you all many, many angel blessings, everyone. Namaste.